So hello everyone, I'm Claude Van Damage and this is my channel. So you probably saw in the title, I recently got me a new daily. In some of my other previous videos you've probably seen that I had an old beat up work truck Ford Ranger, and I was actually borrowing that pickup. It was a relative's, my dad's pickup that I borrowed for a while. And I recently got me a new daily. I don't have it here with me today or else I would reveal it to you. But I got a new daily to start dailying. And with any daily, it's got some issues. It's got some things that need fixing. And I can at least tell you what it is, even though I can't show it to you. I recently picked up a 2005 Chevy Impala. It's the LS Premier Edition, which has the bigger 3.8 engine. Different wheel package, spoiler appearance, leather interior. It was just a much more sportier version of a boring car, basically. But nonetheless, it's my new daily. And with any daily, you have things that you need to fix on it. So I enjoy working on cars. I enjoy fixing things. So if you've seen some of the other videos on my channel that surround a lot, mostly with family, but just an FYI, most of it's going to be blended in with some family stuff as well as car stuff. I love my family and I love car stuff. So if that interests you, stick around. Hit the subscribe. I appreciate it. So one of the things on the car that I have, this is actually something off the car, that I'm going to be driving the car. Here soon I'm going to be starting a new job, so I'm going to be driving the car about an hour and a half one way. And this is one of the fog lights out of it. If you look at it, there's not a whole lot to it, but when I got the car a little while ago, this was basically just dangling. It was about to fall off the car. And if you look at this, right here, it's got a little tab. It's supposed to have a little plastic tab with a little hook on it. And this is the passenger side. So when it goes into the passenger side like this little hook on the back is supposed to slide into a slot on the bumper, and it locks in there, and then a screw goes in here and it holds it in place. So basically, with this clip broken, it was flapping like a wet sheet in the wind. And I'm afraid that it's gonna fall out. And I intend on replacing it later on at some point, but for now, I just need it to stay put. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna modify this for free so it'll stay in place temporarily. It's not gonna be a long-term fix. And honestly, when I first got this lens here, the lens was off. The only thing that was holding the lens on was a screw. So the lens was flapping as well as the housing was flapping. But a couple days ago, I took this apart, and if you've ever used E6000, E3000, E6000, if I'm saying it right, I put some E6000 on this and I taped it up for a couple hours. And yeah, this is not coming off here, unless I hit something, which I don't intend to do. But nonetheless, I need it to stay in place in the meantime. So what I'm gonna do is, it's got a little bit of a tab left from where the old one was. I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna put me something in its place, like a screw with the head on it, so when it slides into the slot, it'll at least hold it in place when I'm doing 70 miles an hour down the interstate. Yeah, because I really hate for that to fall off. And then it would be in more pieces that I would want to repair. So let's get to it. So basically what I've done here is what was left of that tab, I just lopped it off with basically a sharp knife in brute strength for the most part. It was pretty brittle. It really wasn't all that hard to shake off there, scrape off there and whatnot. And what I did is where that was lined up, where it was gonna be lined up with the slot in the bumper, I drilled a hole and I put a little screw in there with just a little head on there, so when it slides in there, it'll sit behind that slot and should keep it from trying to fall out of there temporarily. So, and I got a screw that was just a hair bigger than what the actual thickness of the slot was. So if this ends up coming out, I can always get just a slightly bigger screw and put in it. Like I said, this is just a temporary fix. I just need it to hold up for a little bit. Because unfortunately, this is one of those, I'm gonna call it a budget, the I don't have any money fixes. That's what I would call this. So we'll go try it out. So it is a couple days later. Obviously when I finished the repair, it was kind of late at night, it was dark, and I just tossed it in there, and I've actually been driving it for a couple days now. and it hasn't come out of there. So I would call this budget, I don't have money repair, a success. So thanks guys.